is. Someone could have destroyed Bentley the robot's personality. Bentley the robot is Fireman Sam's new assistant and helps him with everything Sam invented. He's supposed to be a helper, not a criminal in disguise, and he commits arson and needs to go to jail, except there isn't a police station in Pontypandy at the moment because, well, let's just pretend there is. The robot needs to go to jail or be broken. The robot is a problem. He made Penny faint. But why is the robot acting like that all of a sudden? Why does his voice have an American accent and not a British accent anymore? His voice went from, "What can I get you?" to "Raiders of the Lost Ark," as someone put a disc of Raiders of the Lost Ark in him. And Sam already knows who it is. But let's not spoil it. He decides that his crew should investigate what's going on, so they know. While Penny was in a building, a mistake happened. It was a fire. It was a fire that could have burnt down the whole garage and put everyone's lives in danger, except Sam, just Penny. Someone made Penny faint. The smoke made Penny faint. Bentley the robot is supposed to be a helper, not a criminal. No, not a criminal. 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 They decide to put out the fire while Penny is trapped in the building, and she faints. She faints. She faints. Yes, she faints while they put out the fire. They don't have any luck putting out the fire as Penny starts fainting, and then they decide that they need to rescue Penny as well, so lives in danger. They try to figure out who committed reckless endangerment and worry, if it was either Bentley the robot who decided to, or Sarah and James who decided to. But no, they couldn't have. They're normal kids. There's one mischievous kid in Pontypandy, one kid who could be crowned the ultimate menace, the villain of Pontypandy. And guess who it is? It's Norman Stanley Price, of course. He was the one who did it. He was the one who did it. Norman says sorry and says, "I'm sorry, Fireman Sam. I won't do it again, Fireman Sam."
Right, Norman. It's time I had a word with you. You know, you're very lucky that Bentley was able to save Penny.
Sorry, Fireman Sam. I'm sorry, Fireman Sam. Very sorry. I won't do it again, Fireman Sam. Oh, Norman Price. Maybe next time you'll have to learn. You're going to jail with us now. We don't care if you're sorry after you mop the floor, but I don't want to go to jail. I am literally 8 years old, Fireman Sam. Whoa, Norman Price, sometimes you gotta do things you don't. Like Howard Henry, who had to go to a wedding when he didn't want to. Sometimes you gotta do things you don't, even though Henry's been insulted enough. "I am normal again," said Bentley the robot. "I am in the news now, Fireman Sam, because I can see some people putting me in the news." How did you know that, Norman Price? Is it because station officer steals holding a newspaper if you've been a brat? Yes, Fireman Sam, sorry for being a spoiled brat. I guess a brat does the wrong things. Yes, brats do the wrong things. The police grab Norman and drag him to the police car. Norman goes to jail. PC Malcolm telling him, "Norman Price, what you did was illegal. You made Penny faint. That's very bad. Now you deserve to go to jail. Making Penny faint is a crime." And Dill is saying, "Oh, my Norman, I miss him so much," is not what we care about. What we care about is your crimes, Norman. Arson, reckless endangerment, havoc, and GBH. "But I didn't mean to commit the crime," said Norman Price. "It was an accident. Norman Price, you committed a crime, and that's true."
"No, Norman! You have to commit a proper crime! Don't you, PC Malcolm?"
Well, yes.
Norman caused a fire, and James still thinks he didn't commit a crime. Norman is in jail. Guilty. 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 Mr. Fregley Nerd has gone to jail, while the Fregley wannabe isn't allowed to have cap guns or anything anymore. No more shooting Trevor with a cap gun in the balloon anymore. Breaking news! This kid is arrested. Well, everyone in Pontypandy and me gabbing about brats. No more paper aeroplane fires for Norman. Look at James, Sarah, and Fireman Sam having a long talk about why Norman is going to jail, and then they talk. Oh, James and Sarah, Norman deserves to go to jail. He deserves it. I think that they had the right to take him to jail. How about the time where he hurt a rail and locked me in the changing rooms, and dragged my arm down the cliff and got me stuck up in the air, and knocked his mom out, tying James up and decided to True that. Norman Price. But will he break out of jail? Will he break out of jail? Thanks for watching the video, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and stay tuned for part 3. If I want to release it or not, that is. If I waste any more time, bye.